Eye on Sun Valley, daily local news from beautiful Sun Valley, Idaho.
Hi everybody, this is Bryant Dunn from Sun Valley Outfitters, coming to you with your weekly fly fishing report on High on the Wild. Well, September is upon us. It's amazing to say. Those cooler mornings are a testament to it. That low light and the leaves starting to change. It's all a sign of the upcoming season that's coming our way, and what a great season fall is in Sun Valley. The fishing is superb, and of course hunting seasons are about to open. It's such a dynamic and wonderful, multifaceted place to come and visit or to live. Well, here in just a minute, we're going to look at some fly patterns that you can choose to throw on our local waterways, all of which are going to be fishing extremely well as we head into September. Local patterns to consider throwing on the Big Wood River and the Big Lost River include, of course, grasshoppers. It's that time of year to throw those big terrestrials. And by the way, flying ants, black, red, a combination of them can be very, very good, trailing off a grasshopper or being fished on its own. As far as mayflies go, remember that in the late morning you're going to find some trichos and some betas still, both on the Wood and the Lost. And those trichos actually will become more important on the Big Lost as we head into September. Be prepared also with some mayfly patterns such as the Rusty Spinner and PMDs. You can also be using Purple Hazes and Parachute Adams to match some of the mayflies that are still flittering around on the Big Wood River. And of course, caddis, especially in the evenings, can be very good into September. Elk hair caddis and other high visibility caddis are always a good choice. One of my favorite times of the year to fish at Silver Creek is in September, because the calibatus becomes so attractive to those feeding fish as they stock up for the winter by eating as much as they can. Those speckled winged, gray-bodied mayflies are superb to be throwing not only in the morning hours, but in the middle of the day, especially on slow-moving water sections and the sloughs. But of course, you'll still want to be armed with trichos and betas in duns and spinners and emergers and in high visibility patterns, because you will still see that activity in the morning. PMDs are still good to have in your box. And of course, always flying ants, beetles, damselflies for the middle of the day, and grasshoppers, which will fish well into September. Silver Creek, it's our world-class spring creek fishery. Go down and have a shot. Longtime Valley resident and author Ernest Hemingway was once heard to say at a friend's memorial, "Best of all, he loved the fall." Well, we here at Sun Valley Outfitters connect with that statement absolutely. What an amazing summer it's been. The fly fishing has been spectacular. Beautiful sunny skies. So many adventures for our good friends and guests here at Sun Valley Outfitters. But here, fall is upon us, and that is so exciting. The fishing is going to get better and better for the next couple months. Hunting season is about to open, and we'll be able to wander and adventure through our local mountains with bows or rifles in hands. Sun Valley Outfitters, well, we are the Sun Valley lifestyle, and this is where it all begins. I can't wait to see you all as the fall continues, and I want to thank you for a great summer. And Sun Valley Outfitters, of course, continues to be the Valley's only full-service outfitter. We offer daily fly fishing trips and daily horseback rides, day hikes, big game and bird hunting, international angling services, and kids' adventure camps and fly fishing camps, along with 50 brands of retail merchandise for mountain living. Sun Valley Outfitters, this is where you need to be. Come visit us on Sun Valley Road in Ketchum next to Starbucks, or online at sunvalleyoutfitters.com, or give us a call at 208-928-SVID. That's 208-928-7843. Well, for this week, this is Bryant signing off with your weekly fly fishing report and thanking you for your continued business here at Sun Valley Outfitters. And hey, we'll see you on the river.
Are you like me and can't stand paying your insurance bill? Just when you pay all your bills for the month, then along comes that dreaded insurance bill, putting the hurt on your checking account. Hello, I'm Mark Balkos, president of Wood River Insurance. That's why Wood River Insurance is an independent insurance agency. This means we have a multiple of insurance companies we offer to our clients. This allows us to hold the insurance companies accountable for coverage, service, and most important of all, pricing. When I started in this business 33 years ago, I only represented one company to my customers. And after a while, I felt as though my hands were tied when trying to be as competitive as I could. As an independent insurance agency, we represent you to the insurance company. not the insurance company to you. This allows Wood River Insurance to be as competitive as possible. So call us today at 208-788-1100 and let Wood River Insurance represent you.
I remember going to the doctor when I was a kid. He knew me, I knew him. It was really simple. And then medicine changed with more expensive labs, medications, bigger clinics, and not enough time to explain it all. Direct primary care came along, outside the insurance system and affordable. I'm Dr. Tom Archie. At InterHealth MD, we spend the time we need building collaborative relationships. We bypass the insurance, lab, and pharmaceutical industries and pass on the savings to our patients. At our office, common labs can cost $5 to $10, and in our pharmacy, generic prescriptions often cost less than $5. Our family practice treats fractures, lacerations, and sports injuries, teaches prevention, and coordinates acute and chronic care. We don't accept insurance. Our patients pay a monthly fee that is less than a cable bill. With acupuncture, herbs, Class 4 cold laser, and a holistic, functional medicine approach, InterHealth MD is family medicine like it used to be. Affordable, personal, and looking to the future.
The mountain biking in Sun Valley is some of the best and most scenic in the country. Bald Mountain offers 3,100 vertical feet of everything from challenging uphill climbs to machine-built berms and features for the intermediate to advanced rider, all accessible via our summer lift and gondola service. For a milder, family-friendly experience, head to the White Clouds trails across from the Sun Valley Village, winding up and around the White Clouds Golf Course. Beginners will also feel comfortable on the paved Wood River Trail, a 30-plus mile multi-use path that connects the communities of Ketchum, Haley, and Sun Valley. Those in search of adventure can also explore the 400-mile network of single-track trails throughout the Wood River Valley, with some of the best views that our area has to offer. Be sure to stop by Pete Lane's Outdoor Adventure Center before you trek.
Life is crazy busy. You have 1,000 balls in the air and endless things to do. You long for me time, a place to reconnect, to have fun, to explore and mindfully move your gorgeous bod. Wonderful Bodies has got your back. Our Sedona Balance and Revive Women's Retreat is the jumpstart you need to refocus your energy on your self-care. Surround yourself with the Red Rocks, recharge in beautiful lodging, and move your booty with yoga, Pilates, guided hiking, and swim in our saltwater pool. Grab a friend and join us in caring for you this October 22nd through 27th. Sedona. Space is very limited. Invest in you. WonderfulBodies.com.
And they're tearing boxes with fury. It looks Ketchum Fire Department has their cheerleader. She's jumping with joy. She's so excited to see her really come together. The gears make sure that it's shifting, and the brake has to actually stop the front wheel. There's also all the biting and scratching.
I'm Karen Bosick with Eye on Sun Valley. Welcome to the Cox Communications Bike Field. This is the fastest competition involving a wrench you'll ever see. Every year, Cox Communications gathers together a bunch of different organizations from the community to build bikes for kids who don't have them. How cool is that?
I'm Guy Chirp, Market Vice President for Cox Communications. We're out here today building some bikes. We have some teams just finishing and everybody's excited here, but this is our 4th year of building bikes for deserving kids in the valley. We're a bike-friendly community And so we have been fortunate to sort of gather some teams we have represented here. We have the YMCA, Bellevue Elementary School, Schramm jumped in here, the Wood River High School mountain bike team, Sturtevant's, Syringa Mountain School, and then the Ketchum Firefighters, and Cox had a team in there, and I know I'm probably forgetting somebody, but I'd have to look at my list. But at any rate, we're happy to be out here today building 10 bikes. Really want to thank Sturtevant's for helping us secure the bikes. They've been a great supporter in this and their teams, and then they also lend their professional mechanics to the end of the event, and they go through and certify the bikes and make sure they're safe and well put together, so that all of us amateurs who did it in fun and competition were able to check and make sure they're safe for the kids. So some people have solicited or recruited mechanics to their team, so they've done it before and they know what they're doing. Others of us are just sort of having fun with it, and I think more than anything, probably teamwork. You know, everybody's got to be rowing in the same direction and helping each other out to build the bikes fast. I think the best part for the kids, hopefully we'll capture that later, but in a minute here after we check through the bikes, we're going to invite the kids up to come and receive their bike. And they don't know that they're getting a free bike today, a brand new bike. They just have been asked to come here, and so it's quite a joy to see them realize with this big surprise that they're going to get a brand new bike. So I think that's probably the best part of the whole thing.
I'm Derek Agnew, General Manager of Zenergy Health Club and Spa, and I want to take you inside and show you what we've done with our new Pivot Studio, which is going to blow you away. The therapists tell me that Pivot really is the game changer. It fills that final gap that we were missing at Zenergy, things they could not do in our main gym.
The recent addition of the Pivot Studio has meant wonders to me as a physical therapist. I can now take care of the most vulnerable post-operative patient, but now I can include programming that challenges the most elite athlete.
A lifetime of memories begins right here. With sweeping views of the majestic Sawtooth Mountains and the warmth and charm of a historic ski town, Sun Valley Resort is an idyllic destination to kick off your happily ever after. Our four-season setting offers spectacular indoor and outdoor mountain wedding venues for gatherings of all sizes. As a full-service resort, all our facilities fall under one umbrella, simplifying the planning of everything from horseback rides to cocktail hour.
Are you tired of being tired? Wouldn't you like to have more energy and not be so run down? Hi, I'm Dr. John Calvert with Sun Valley Smile Designs and Dental Sleep Health. That's right, a dentist who treats sleep breathing disorders and sleep apnea. You may be one of the millions of people that suffer from sleep apnea, depriving you of the quality of sleep that you need. You may not be aware of the serious physical problems with untreated sleep apnea. High blood pressure, diabetes, and stroke are just a few. For those of you that have sleep apnea but are just not able to tolerate your CPAP unit, there is help right here in Ketchum. I have over 17 years of advanced training in sleep health, and I can treat your sleep apnea, including annoying snoring, from beginning diagnosis all the way through treatment. No need to travel hours away for overnight sleep studies. I'll provide you with a complimentary, complete computer airway evaluation and consultation. Give my office a call and I can help you feel more rested and have more energy. Sleep well, live well. Come see us at Sun Valley Smile Designs and Sun Valley Sleep Health.
Audio Innovations is an innovative audio-visual company that designs, integrates, and simplifies a truly custom system to keep you comfortable, entertained, and secure in your own home. Audio Innovations TJ's Electric offers a variety of services, from phone systems to lighting control systems, HVAC systems, home theater, electrical, audio, and video, drapery systems, and more. Audio Innovations, 91 East Croy Street, Alturas Plaza, in Haley.
Better food, better price, better service. Atkinson's Market, supporting local farmers since 1956.
Bosick with Iron Sun Valley. What you have just seen is a practice leading up to the Wagon Days Parade in Ketchum, Idaho. This is the largest non-motorized parade in the Northwest, and it features all kinds of amazing antique carriages and wagons, including an 1880s Undertaker's carriage, and of course these big, beautiful ore wagons that used to take lead and silver up and down the narrow mountain passes near Sun Valley. Knott's Farm wanted these wagons, so did Disneyland. Ketchum opted to keep them with one stipulation, that it brings them out once a year for everybody to enjoy. Let's find out more.
We've been bringing the 20 Mule team up here to Ketchum since 2001, and this is an authentic replication of the original way that freight was hauled in all over the western United States back in the 1800s. These wagons are a very truly unique set of wagons. They're the only wagons that anybody knows of that I've spoken to, only wagons in existence that are authentic, that are the real deal, dating back to, they were built in the 1800s. And they were used as freighters then, and they're still in working condition. The city of Ketchum has them in mint condition, and it's truly a unique deal. This is history come to life. The mules, the harness, everything's exactly as it was done. The wagons are exactly as it was done in the 1880s. So if you ever want a case of stepping back in time, this is it right here. It's these big jerk line type hitches. They're called a jerk line type hitch because it's just a single line that the driver ran to the lead mule, and he steered the lead mule. He jerked on it to turn the mules to the right, and he pulled on it, turned to the left. So they're called jerk line or long line hitches. And these types of hitches were used all over the western United States. A lot of people are familiar with the Borax 20 Mule team, which was basically exactly the same as this, except the reason people are familiar with the Borax 20 Mule team is after they were done hauling freight with the mules, they went into marketing their product with the mules. Just like the Budweiser has their Clydesdales. There's lots of Clydesdale horses in the world, but Budweiser markets their product, and that was why people are familiar with the 20 Mule team Borax. But it's exactly the same as this. And even the Borax, when they were hauling freight, quite often they used 20, but sometimes they only needed 18, sometimes they needed 22 or 24 animals. But 20 was what they used for their marketing, and it's their trademark, the 20 Mule team. And these wagons here were pulled by 20 mules some days they're pulled by 10 mules, some days they're pulled by more, just whatever was necessary at the time. And we do it today we did a practice with 16 mules, and then tomorrow we'll put all 20 on. So the 20 mule team pulling these original freight wagons as it was done in the 1870s and 1880s and 1890s. Running down the middle of the mule team is a long chain. All the mules are all pulling on a chain, and when you go around a turn, obviously the chain with being pulled on at the front, being pulled forward at the front and pulled backwards at the back by the wagons, the chain naturally wants to drift towards the inside of the turn. So in order to get the wagons to go around the turn instead of through the middle of the turn, mules are needed to step to the outside of the turn, across the long chain that runs up the middle of the hitch. They step to the outside and pull the chain to the outside of the turn. So when these wagons were going around a sharp turn or a switchback or some kind of obstacle, the wagons had to be steered around the turn instead of allowed to cheat across the middle of the turn. And so the mules, they have to do that. They have to get on the outside of the chain and pull the wagons to the outside of the turn so they safely make it around a turn. I've seen a few pictures, and it looks to me like when they were going up Trail Creek Pass, they had 10 mules pulling one wagon. 10 mules pulling one wagon, and another 10 mules pulling another wagon. And so it wasn't a long deal like this. But prior to the railroad being here into Ketchum, these wagons hauled across the flats from Ketchum down to Salt Lake City. On a trip like that, where it's not steep and windy, it's a straight road, then they could couple 3 or 4 or 5 wagons together and put however many mules, probably at least 20 mules on the front to take all the wagons down together. It's a little more efficient that way, but on a steep, narrow, windy road, then it'd just be one wagon with however many mules were necessary to pull that load on that day, which the pictures I've seen showed 10 mules pulling these wagons. These wagons were all separate, and each had 10 mules pulling them up Trail Creek Pass and around the switchback turns and that kind of stuff. Now it's just a very tight turn down the middle of town. Big crowds, the noise in there, the echo off the buildings. So getting the mules used to being in crowds and tight places, that's kind of the issue with this parade. We do other parades. We've done the Rose Parade with the Borax 20 Mule Team. We've been to Washington, D.C. and Mule Days in Bishop. So we have these mules accustomed to the crowds and noise, but that's the issue is the crowds, the tight turns, and mules on pavement. And these wagons aren't designed to be on pavement. These steel wheels are designed to be on dirt. So it's the whole hitch, the mules, the wagons, and everything are kind of out of their element, being in a parade, being on asphalt and around crowds. So that's the challenge for what we do. Being out practicing out in the dirt or on a straight road, it's pretty easy because everything works the way it was designed. It's an honor to be able to come and pull these wagons. They're such a unique set of pristine, the big heavy freighters. These and the Borax wagons are the only really big heavy freighters that are still used. There were big heavy freighters that I've seen bits and pieces of around the Western United States, but there's nothing that compares to something like this that's actually in working condition.
Sterling Urgent Care is now open at 507 South Main Street in Haley. Sterling Urgent Care is helping create a better healthcare experience. All patients are welcome. They accept most major insurances, including Medicare and Medicaid. They also accept self-pay patients and offer a membership program to help you take control of your health care costs. Sterling Urgent Care invites you to visit them at their beautiful new facility in Haley. Or learn more at sterlingurgentcare.com. Healthcare created with you in mind.
With over 17,782 total yards of scenic golf, we have a little something for every type of golfer. Our signature 18 holes at the Trail Creek Championship course include an 18-hole putting course, driving range, and a luxurious clubhouse with wraparound deck and full-service restaurant. Across the road tower the 9 holes of the White Clouds, an alpine link-style course with 360-degree views of the entire Wood River Valley. A few miles away, you'll find another 18 holes of undulating greens at the Elkhorn Golf Course, complete with its own clubhouse and driving range.
Hi, I'm Gary, manager of the Attic Thrift Store in Haley, and today I'm not here to sell you anything or tell you about any great deals at the Attic. We all know the Attic always has great deals. That goes without saying. Instead, the Attic and its staff would like to give a sincere thank you to all its loyal customers and generous donors who help to make a huge impact in our community. How? For those who don't know, the Attic Thrift Store is a nonprofit that exists to help support the advocates whose mission is to teach people of all ages to build and maintain healthy relationships through education, shelter, and support services. With your help, we are making a difference in ending domestic violence and sexual assault. Every day, lives are changed at The Advocates. Please visit our website at www.theadvocatesorg.org. So from all of us, thank you for shopping and donating to The Attic. You're truly...
Better food, better price, better service. Atkinson's Market, supporting local farmers since 1956.
I'm Derek Agnew, General Manager of Zenergy Health Club and Spa, and I want to take you inside and show you what we've done with our new Pivot Studio, which is going to blow you away. The therapists tell me that Pivot really is the game changer. It fills that final gap that we were missing at Zenergy, things they could not do in our main gym.
The recent addition of the Pivot Studio has meant wonders to me as a physical therapist. I can now take care of the most vulnerable post-operative patient, but I can include programming that challenges the most elite athlete.
Good morning, my name is Marie Gallo and I am here in beautiful Sun Valley and I want to share with you a recipe typical from Belgium. This is called chou-fleur au gratin and in English translate cauliflower au gratin. So today we are going to do the cauliflower and this is a small one, it's about 2 pounds. And you can see it, it's really firm and really white. So the quality of the ingredient, it's what I'm looking for when I do a recipe. So what we're gonna do, we are gonna flip the cauliflower. This is a chef knife and I'm gonna use also a smaller knife and we are gonna clean up the greens. So what I do, I just take those big chunk of greens out of the cauliflower and you can use any knife you are comfortable with. So in my case, I use those both knives. So there we go. We're just cleaning this. And it's gonna take maybe 1 minute, max 2. And then if you have some green left over in it, don't worry about it, okay? It's not gonna mess your recipe at all. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna cut this little thing sticking out. Et voila, you have the cauliflower without the greens around it. Now we are gonna boil or steam the cauliflower for about 10 minutes. You don't want to overcook the cauliflower, you just don't. We wanted to keep it firm. And now we are gonna work on our bechamel sauce. Now we are ready to make the bechamel sauce, so to speak. So what I have here, I have 1 ounce of butter, 2 ounces of flour, 20 ounces of milk, cold milk, but you can do it with warm milk if you want. And I have also 2 ounces of Gruyere. Emmental will do, Swiss Gruyere can do it as well. and salt and pepper, and a little bit of nutmeg. We love nutmeg in our bechamel sauce. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the 1 ounces of butter, and this is what we call roux, R-O-U-X, blanc, white. Blanc means white. So I'm gonna make the butter to melt. So you wait until the butter is completely melt. Keep in mind we have our cauliflower cooking, steaming for about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna go a little bit higher and to melt the butter. Then I'll show you how it looks like. When the butter is melt, I'm gonna take it out of the heat. I don't like to mix my butter and my flour while on the heat. I don't like that. Some people might be able to do it. I never did, and I've been making bechamel sauce pretty much all my life. There you go. Here is the butter. It melts. So this is the result of, you just have pure butter. So I'm gonna put the flour. This is 2 ounces of flour. There it goes. And I'm gonna take it out of the heat, and I'm gonna create what we call the roux, R-O-U-X. And it should be this. It looks like nothing. Don't be afraid. You're gonna be okay. So I'm gonna start pouring some milk. I always start pouring a little bit. My first pouring will be just a tiny bit, just enough to have all the butter, the flour together and create some kind of dough. You know the Play-Doh the kids play at school? It looks just like that. It really does. And there you go. I'm starting to get a consistency of what we're gonna have later. The bechamel sauce, there it is, see? But you don't want that because it's way too thick. So you just pour more milk and you keep stirring until you have enough bechamel sauce to pour over your cauliflower. Easy enough, isn't it? I grew up in Belgium, as you know, so this was really something. My parents were both Italian, you must know that. So I grew up with Belgian cuisine and mostly Italian cuisine. But when we had the Belgian cuisine, because my mom worked as a cook in a convent in Belgium, so she always brought some recipe that she never learned when she was a child, Belgian cuisine, and the bechamel sauce was part of it. We have another good recipe with bechamel sauce, and it's called chicon au gratin, meaning Belgium endive au gratin, just like the cauliflower, but instead of the cauliflower, we have Belgium endive roll into French ham and pour with the bechamel sauce just the same way we're gonna do the cauliflower. So there you go. Now I'm gonna put my heat a little bit higher, so it's gonna cook the butter, the flour, and the milk, and it's gonna create that consistency who's gonna be our bechamel sauce. There it goes. And this is what you want. You want this consistency. Okay, now we're gonna season this bechamel sauce, and it's very easy. You need salt and pepper, and I do have my pepper mixed with the salt, 2 little pinch, and you can always taste. There it goes. I'm gonna put, you don't have to do that, but I do. I'm gonna put a little bit of Gruyere that I'm gonna use at the end of the recipe, but I'm gonna mix it also with the bechamel sauce. And it's not a secret, but I love nutmeg in the bechamel sauce. You won't find a bechamel sauce recipe in Belgium. I think France does the same thing without the bechamel, the nutmeg. Look at this. This is beautiful. I like it. So now a little bit of bechamel nutmeg. I have mine in powder already, but you can use the fresh one and just ground on top of it. So, and you just sprinkle. There you go. More. That's enough. And your bechamel sauce is ready. So there you go. After 10 minutes, you have a beautiful steaming cauliflower. We're gonna put in the Pyrex, so it's gonna go in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes at 400 degrees. And what I'm gonna do though, and what I like to do, it's to put a little bit of, I have a little bit of butter in my plate here, not much, a little bit. And what I like to do, it's to pour a little bit of bechamel sauce on the bottom. There it is. You just cover your Pyrex. You don't have to, but I do, I like it. And we're gonna take the cauliflower and put it there in the middle, and you have a beautiful steamy cauliflower ready to go in the oven after I pour my bechamel sauce. So there it goes, very easy. You're gonna pour your bechamel sauce, and I do like to cover the whole thing. There it goes. I like it. I really like this recipe, and you can use this recipe with meat, not so much with fish, but you could, but I don't use it with the fish, mostly with beef and pork. Really good with that. What I like to do as well is to put, this is a side dish, and I like to serve it with mashed potatoes because you will have some leftover sauce there. You will have enough, and it's for 3 to 4 people side dish. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna just pour the Gruyere on top of the cauliflower. There it is. This one is just a Swiss Gruyere, but any Gruyere will do it. Emmental, Swiss Gruyere, Comté, it doesn't matter, as long as it's in the family of Gruyere. And here is your cauliflower ready to be in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, now it's been 10 minutes since our cauliflower is in the oven. I'm going to show you how it looks like, but you can have it less or more. And I am going to put my broiler, and we're going to keep it for 1 to 2 minutes max, really max. So here it is. It looks just like this. See how that little crust already, the brown, and it's bubbling and stuff. So this is what you want to see after 10 minutes. I'm going to put it back, and I'm going to put the broil, but keep an eye on that, because as you know, when you broil anything, it goes really fast. Et voila! Now you have a beautiful crust, some sauce around it. By the way, a little history with the bechamel sauce. Actually, the country of origin, it's really Italy, and the region was Tuscany, and you can check it out because Wikipedia will tell you that. And it was brought to France by the Marquis of Louis de Bechamel in the 17th century. So the bechamel, it's kind of the motherhood of a lot of sauce in France and Belgium. Thank you for joining me in Murray's Kitchen on Eye on Sun Valley. See you next time. Au revoir.
Davis Embroidery, screen printing and promotional products keeps your logo fresh and your message strong. As the Wood River Valley's one-stop shop for brand support, Davis Embroidery will help you make a lasting impression on your business and your customers. Add your logo to employee uniforms, polos, caps, jackets, t-shirts, water bottles, tote bags, or pins. Davis Embroidery will help you find the right product that fits your company's image and budget. Getting your logo viewed by customers, impressions matter and create top-of-mind recognition. With excellent customer service and quality brands, partnering with Davis Embroidery screen printing and promotional products is a winning marketing strategy. Visit our Ketchum showroom Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, or online at davisembroidery.com.
Gabriel is my son, and he has lymphedema in both of his legs. Gabriel couldn't ski because his feet are so swollen that he couldn't fit into the boots, and Higher Ground got him into skis and got him skiing on the mountain and stuff.
I have no vision in my left eye and very little in my right, so we came to Ironham because of that. I ski and I love it.
Better food, better price, better service. Atkinson's Market, supporting local farmers since 1956.
One of the more unique summer activities to take place in Sun Valley is our world-famous Ice Show series. No matter how hot the summer temps climb, the outdoor ice rink always stays cool and is the centerpiece for this amazing show. Located adjacent to the Sun Valley Lodge, the Sun Valley Ice Show features Olympic medalists, world-class figure skaters, and the up-and-coming stars as they dazzle the crowd with their athletic routines. The ice shows kick off July 4th and run select Saturday nights through Labor Day. Enjoy ringside seating or dine on a delicious buffet from the terrace of the Sun Valley Lodge, all while taking in the fresh sounds and thrilling action of today's top skaters.
I moved out to Idaho 4 years ago, so I met a lot of people and I really, really like it here. In New York, I was always sort of introverted. When I came out here, that no longer was me. I became extroverted because the people here are so friendly and warm. You know, if you don't have something like that that brings you into other people's lives, it takes a long time to get to know people.
Hi, I'm Karen Bosick with Ion Sun Valley. I'm here at Ketchum's Wagon Days celebration, which is held every Labor Day weekend. And joining me is 4-year-old Aliyah Carrillo of Nampa, and she's part of the first ever Mexican group to come over and share their culture with us during Wagon Days. They are riding horses side saddle, beautiful horse demonstrations, they're performing lariat trips, and Aliyah had a starring role in the beautiful dances. Let's go check it out.
My name is Ivan, and I'm here with Paloma and Lisette,
Elizabeth,
and Elizabeth. And we came here to perform for Wagon Days. The Escaramuza Sueño Dorado, they invited us to come perform with them. So Liz and I danced, and we also have a group of charros who did rope tricks as well. And so we did a little bit of everything to show a little taste of Mexico. The Escaramuza is the female version of the charro, and they perform in a team. They perform choreographed routines, and they do very intricate maneuvers with their horse. It's very difficult to do because they have to do on side saddle. So both of their feet are on one side of the saddle. And in their performance, they do a lot of risky maneuvers, such as crossing with other horses and rotating in very fast speeds. So they perform their show during charreria, which is Mexican rodeos. And so they usually perform during halftime.
Do you know any of the history of that type of performance?
I think Paloma and Lisette would be more experts on that, but they go back to the Adelitas, which were back in the 50s when the wars they would fight right alongside the men, and so they were fighting and they just very valiantly protecting their people, and so they had to wear these big long skirts. I believe the origins of the big long dresses are from like the Spaniards. They very similar, as you can tell, very similar to like flamenco with the ruffles and the and all that. But that's kind of where the origin of their costume comes from. Yeah, so traditionally now it's more worn during events like the Mexican rodeo, like charreria, and to promote our culture. In some parts of Mexico, it's still worn as well by the more like indigenous communities. Yes, I came from Mexico at a very young age. I was 6 years old when I came. My father always, I mean, in my entire family, they always, had music, Spanish music playing, but for some reason I was I didn't really have many friends that were into my culture, and it wasn't until about the age of 15 or 16 that I got invited to a dance group that I became very proud of my culture and my heritage, and I've been dancing ever since. So I actually have a group in Nampa, Idaho. I have about 40 students. My group is called Oyamel. And so we've been performing, we perform all over Idaho. And then today we also invited Elizabeth, who came from Ontario, Oregon. She's in a group over there. We invited some other kids to come perform with us. So we just, we're very happy to be invited to Wagon Days, and we wanted to give it our all. The dances that we did today are from the state of Jalisco. Every state in Mexico has their own music, their own outfits, their own food. You could pretty much go into every state in Mexico, and it's almost like going into a different country. So today we performed dances from the state of Jalisco, and the first dance was Jarabe Tapatio, which is a very flirtatious dance. It's performed with couples, and it's very often known as the Mexican hat dance. We also performed Los Machetes, which are performed with these machetes. Then we did a group routine called La Negra. So we performed those three songs today. Yes, the ropers. In the sport of charreria, they have to do rope tricks in order to earn points. There's 9 events in the charreria, and there's certain events where they have to do the rope tricks before lassoing the bull. And so they have to earn points. So they learn many different tricks going in and out of the rope. And so it started, in the small little communities in Mexico, the farmers, the ranchers, the vaqueros, the charros. The charreria started from, they wanted to compete to see who would lasso the fastest or who would stay on a bull longer, so they would compete from different haciendas. And so that's kind of what the birth of charreria. And just practicing the normal farming, and cattle herding, except they made it into a fun way to entertain the community.
As a family, we've been with Harrison over 20 years. Nathan has been, his phone line is always open to me, and that's been huge. It's a real personal relationship. I pick up the phone and call him, He's always there, ready to answer my questions. He's really quick with getting back to me when I've got my back turned and I'm focused on the business and the people and the aspects of the business. It's nice for me to offload this responsibility, which is a big one, to make sure that all my bases are covered. I need to know that if something happens, that we're going to be covered. And with Harrison Insurance, I'm confident that they've got my back and that they've set me up for success.
Harrison Insurance, for all of your insurance needs.
Better food, better price, better service. Atkinson's Market, supporting local farmers since 1956.
Hi, I'm Anita Northwood. I live here in the Sun Valley area, and I have been inspired to create Silver Creek Assisted Living for your family. I'm inspired by my family, and we hope you will all come and take a tour of this place and understand that this is the place where your loved one should be. This is what brings us all joy and what we're the best at. Your family is our family, so come join us. Silver Creek Living is a wonderful place. It's not just about compassionate senior care. It is the best place for you to bring your loved one. We provide a beautiful environment where your family is our family. We have great food, fun activities, lots of entertainment. You can socialize with their peers, bring your family, and yet feel that you're in a beautiful, safe environment, while you can still have fun while knowing that you're well taken care of with the best of care. This could be the next best chapter in your family member's life.
My name is Keith Perry, and my wife Paula and I are the owners of Perry's Restaurant, operating here since 1985, and we've grown to become a local institution here.
We make almost everything from scratch, including all our muffins, our cookies, our salad dressings. Everything is made to order.
Perry's is open daily at 7 a.m., serving hearty breakfasts, and lunchtime made-to-order sandwiches, soups, and salads, and premium beer and wine.
Go ahead, make my day.
Can I get a make my day?
La Cabanita Mex, dubbed by the locals as authentic, tasty Mexican food and drinks with a festive atmosphere. And a pretty darn good sports bar, too. Big screens all over. La Cabanita prides itself on their authentica cocina mexicana. Good food, very fast service, and delicious house recipes. Those special Mexican spices. La Cabanita Mex, serving lunches, dinners, catering, company parties, and takeout. Ketchum and Bellevue. La Cabanita Mex.
They can be themselves. Nobody looks at them different. Nobody looks at them sideways. This is their group. This is their family. And like I said, I laugh so hard when they come home telling the stories of what went on at camp today.
A lot of these guys, they don't get the benefit of the doubt of being able to do these kinds of things. They don't think that they can bike, people don't think that they can ski, people don't think they can come camping. And then us accepting them as somebody that can do those things is really, really liberating to them and uplifting.
Gabriel is my son, and he has lymphedema in both of his legs. Gabriel couldn't ski because his feet are so swollen that he couldn't fit into the boots, and Higher Ground got him into skis and got him skiing on the mountain and stuff.
I have no vision in my left eye and very little in my right, so we came to Higher Ground because of that. I ski and I love it. It's just, you feel so free, and I love like the wind blowing against you, and it feels so fun and just exhilarating.
Before, he would always be like, oh, I need you to go with me, Mom. I need you to go with me, Mom, to ask for anything. And now he feels so comfortable that even in his school life now, he's not scared to go ask people. He's not scared to say what he can do and what he can't do.
Being at Higher Ground has definitely helped me be a lot more social and just a lot easier to make a conversation with somebody.
I'm always going to take with me for the rest of my life that we're always helping each other walk down the sidewalk. You know, it's not a one-sided deal here.
Eye on Sun Valley, daily local news from beautiful Sun Valley, Idaho.